What a past couple of months for one former San Diego Chargers quarterback, for one former Indianapolis Colts quarterback. He comes out of retirement to replace the injured Daniel Jones, and less than 2 months later, he is now interviewing with the Buffalo Bills to become the next head coach. ESPN sources. Former Colts quarterback and current St. Michael Catholic High School coach Philip Rivers is interviewing today for the Buffalo Bills head coaching job. It was reported earlier this week. It was even said by the Bills owner, CEO, and president Terry Bagula that Josh Allen is going to be playing a major role in not only consulting, but selecting the next head coach of the Buffalo Bills, and they are now bringing in Philip Rivers. Did Josh Allen say, I want somebody that understands the game. I want somebody that used to be a quarterback. I want somebody that understands X's and O's, checks at the line. I want somebody who's not too far removed from this modern game either. At least let's bring in Philip Rivers and see what he's got to say. This is so out of left field in my mind that this has a Josh Allen suggestion written all over it. We're not going out and getting the fancy coordinator. We're not going out and getting the young quarterbacks coach. We're going to bring in a former player, someone who just played two months ago, and we're going to see if he has any interest in maybe accepting this job. But before we get there, I want to hear him out on what he thinks about being a head coach and how he would lead this team forward. Philip Rivers and Josh Allen meeting in the playoffs. The Philip Rivers' last career playoff game came as a member of the Colts against the Buffalo Bills during the 2020 COVID season. That game turned out to be Josh Allen's first ever career playoff win and Philip Rivers' final playoff appearance. Now, Philip Rivers is interviewing to be Josh Allen's head coach. ESPN sources. 44-year-old Philip Rivers, who has not played in the NFL since 2020, is signing to the quarterback-needy Indianapolis Colts practice squad. That was reported December 9th. So Philip Rivers comes out of retirement December 9th, and here we are, January 23rd. He's got an interview with the Buffalo Bills to become the next head coach. Very interesting, out of left field for sure. The Bills hiring a quarterback that couldn't make it to a Super Bowl to coach a different quarterback that can't make it to the Super Bowl. I had to check for your blue check mark, Adam, because for a second I was like, I won't be got. I think realistically, they're using this opportunity to also vet out some quarterback coaching candidates because this would be ridiculous and wild. Uncle will lead Buffalo to their first Super Bowl. The Bills might be one of the worst ran organizations in the league. Why aren't they interviewing Jeff Saturday? Wow. There is a curveball if I've ever seen one. I wonder if this was a Josh Allen request. I agree, RJ. This is so out of left field. This has to be a Josh Allen request. This is such a surprising interview. This has to be a Josh Allen request. He has to, based on conversations he might have had with Philip Rivers behind the scenes, based on picking his brain, he might say, this is a guy that maybe we should look at. This is somebody that I know other teams aren't looking at. Let's bring him in. Let's interview him. Let's just see what he's willing to offer. This would be insane, but we're here for it. Jumping straight from high school to the NFL is something. Bro went straight from high school to a head coaching interview. Derek Carr is also available. Oh, they got the guy from The Replacements over here. Rivers next. Look at this. Philip Rivers, the first time Josh Allen has a turnover in a playoff game, Philip Rivers says, hey, get me my helmet, get me my jersey, and gets on in there. That's pretty funny. The Bills head coach candidates feel extremely underwhelming considering they do have a franchise QB. They are trying to give him the J.J. Redick path to a head coaching job in the NFL. Chris Ballard not interviewing him for a position with the Colts is an all-time miss, just like AR. How that man still has a job is just a lazy excuse for Colts fans. The Irsay family needs to get in gear. Philip Rivers interviewing for the Buffalo Bills job is absolutely insane. The Bills fired their head coach to do this. Yeah, Yeah, yeah. It seemed like they fired him again. I'm not necessarily opposed to firing guys, but I am more opposed to firing coaches without a clear plan moving forward in place. If you're just firing guys on a whim and you don't even have a list of potential replacements, and we're going out and we're getting Philip Rivers and saying, hey, maybe you want to see what here, let's just bring him in for an interview and see what he said. Well, then I think you were a little bit too fast in firing your head coach, Sean McDermott. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Like the video and subscribe to the channel. I appreciate that. See you later.